Hey CFW, here is week 12 of the program. This will be the last week. So last week of the program, and then next week we're going to start something brand new. I got something really fun lined up for the next one. The next one's also going to be a quick one before we go into a longer kind of cycle. We're going to wrap things up. So this week is test week. The idea this week is to kind of see where we're at on our benchmarks compared to the first time we did these back in the beginning. I don't know if you guys will remember, but almost 3 months back. So Monday, we are going to do our back squat. Same kind of idea, 2 sets actually at the prep, and we're going to just spend more time actually doing the back squat itself. So 2 sets of the 15-second plate squat hold, followed by 5 back squats every 3.5 minutes. When you're doing these, the goal is to prime up those positions, challenge yourself, get into new positions while you maintain good form and practice technique here. Then we're going to go into sets that are going to be dropping down in reps and they're going to come back up. These are called waves. So we're going to do back squat waves where we go 5, 3, 1 and then 5, 3, 1. The idea is as we drop the reps down, we can go up in weight. And then on the second wave, when we go back into it, we're going to be able to draw up, get our nervous system ready to go for that second set of 5, 3, 1 compared to the first 5, 3, 1. That 5 after the 1 is going to actually feel really good. It's going to feel like, oh, this is kind of easy. I can kind of rep that out. And the same thing on the 3s and the same thing on the 1s there. So it's a cool little neurological effect that you're going to get, but also it's a really good time to take advantage of that and challenge yourself. Go a little bit heavier than you're usually used to, as long as you're moving well, and see if you can PR today. If it feels good, body feels good, let's go for it. If anything, just meet your body where you're at too. If you're just kind of like getting into things or not really sure, just meet your body where you're at. And that's always a good thing to do as well. So that will be the first part. We're focusing on strength. And then our workout after that, AMRAP 10 of 8 Russian kettlebell, I wrote Russian twice. Russian kettlebell swings. So 8 of those at 32 and 24. And then we're going to go 16 med ball side slams. So that's where you're going to side slam the med ball on one side, go all the way overhead, over top of your head, and then side slam on the other side. And we're going to go back and forth for 16 reps of 8%. The goal of this one is to challenge strength and endurance, and really specifically in the core or the midline. When I think about the midline, I'm thinking about like the low back, the thoracic spine, the neck, the head, all of that. All of that is mainly that midline. So I want you to be focusing on that today. We're going to be challenging side positions and forward and back motions. The side positions will be more the novel one, which I'm really kind of like excited about, because that one is that we don't really explore as much with the traditional movements. So this is where you get to challenge yourself in that. You're going to feel those obliques kind of get really challenged. But also this is going to help a lot with just getting stronger and having more movement capacity, which is a great thing to have, especially for injury prevention, just getting stronger overall. So really good workout to start off the week. And then we're going to go into Tuesday's workout. So Tuesday, if you guys remember this one, some of you guys will be newer to this, but on the week 1 of this cycle, we did a benchmark repeat offender. It was right on May 5th. So you can dial back to May 5th and see what you did for this. The idea of this workout, how it's structured, is 3 rounds for total reps, 2 minutes of rowing for calories, 1 minute rest, 2 minutes of burpee plate jumps, 1 minute rest, 2 minutes of wall balls, 1 minute rest, and then you're going to repeat that for 3 rounds. The idea is to be as consistent as possible with these 2-minute intervals. So when you do, let's say, we're doing this 2-minute row, let's aim for somewhere between 10 to 20 calories, at least in that 2 minutes. When we hit that, the next round, try to maintain that same number and or go a little bit more, depending on kind of where you're at and how it felt the first round. But really, this workout is going to be a lot about endurance. So if you're going to be challenging that, and you're going to be challenging a little bit of the stamina in the legs, especially when you get to the wall balls. You don't have to go all 2 minutes in a row, but we want to be getting as much movement done in those 2 minutes as possible. So choose a way for you that you can go like 45 seconds to a minute continuously with those wall balls. So adjust accordingly for those that are newer and those that do have this progression, have the strength. definitely try to challenge yourself to be within that. So compare when you're done, see if you can beat it. I always like looking back at what I did and then see to strategize to see how we can beat that from the last time. So that's Tuesday's workout. Wednesday, we got our snatch work. So building up from the last 2 weeks, high hang snatch and a hang snatch. So every minute on the minute for 5 minutes, one high hang snatch. And then the next, every minute on the minute, for 5 minutes, one hang snatch. So skill and strength development is the key with the snatch. We're working on a lot of coordination, neurological skills, technique, positioning. There's so much going on with this. Great movement to build a lot of athletic, physical abilities. So when we do this today, for those that are newer, like always, just keep it light, get used to it, get really comfortable with it before you start to get faster with the movement. And then even after that, once you get faster, then we want to think about adding weight. So weight is kind of like the last thing. Speed is kind of the next thing for most of us. We want to get like more comfortable with adding speed because this is a movement that's supposed to be done at a fast speed. However, when you're learning, you want to take it a little bit slower. So that's the Wednesday's first part. And then the workout is a nice little 10 dumbbell snatch into 30 cal bike, 20 dumbbell snatch, 25 cal bike, 30, and then 20, 40, and then 15, and then you're done. 12 minutes, high intensity. You want to try and keep the needle moving or the heart rate going with this one. So we're moving at an aggressive pace, but nothing like not sprinting or anything like that. So don't crash and burn. That 30 cal in the beginning is a big chunk. So don't get deceived by that. If you go really hard in the beginning with that, you kind of crash and burn. This workout will look a lot different. So we want to end off strong. That 40 dumbbell snatch at the end is a long set, a big set at the end. So we want to be ready for that. But then the 15 cals after that, you can just grip and rip it and go. Try to finish that quick and as fast as you can. But good little workout today. Idea is to be at that like consistent pace that's sustainable, though it's like challenging. So it's like, okay, it's right at that line where it's like, if I go a little bit more, I'm not going to be able to hold this pace. So have fun with that one on Wednesday. Thursday, we're just going to take it easy. 65% for 36 minutes, 1 minute of med ball ground overhead with a different starting point each time, biker row for 3, and then 1 minute of curtsy lunges, then 3 minutes of biker row, and then 1 minute of farmer's carries uneven, and then 3 minutes biker row. So low intensity. The idea with these ones, like always, is just easy heart rate. Get the heart rate going at a pace where you can feel a little bit of a sweat, but the idea is not to put that intensity on your body. We want to kind of keep it low grade. We want to be able to train and recover from this easily, and really like to get a little bit of the recovery process started a little earlier. When we do some low intensity, that aerobic work is very helpful for that. So especially for those that are going 4 or 5 days in a row, it's really good to sneak in those. And I put those in purposely for you guys to kind of just take it easy. There's no score, just have fun with it, just get moving. Friday, we got our CFW benchmark from the, again, this cycle in the beginning. I think we actually might have done this in the previous one too. We're going to compare it to May 6th. We did the strict 6. So Fridays, we've been working on a lot of push-ups and pull-ups. A lot of them should be transferring into these movements. We got 4 time in any order rep scheme that you like. You got 20-minute cap, 25 strict handstand or strict horizontal ring rows, 25 strict push-ups, 25 strict toes to bar, 25 strict ring dips, 25 strict pull-ups, and 25 strict handstand push-ups. Pretty much all of the pushing and pulling movements for the upper body in gymnastics that we're going to be doing, the basic ones. So with this one, it's a little bit of a choose your own adventure for most of us. We are going to probably be choosing the progressions we did last time and seeing if we can beat it. Some of you might have all of these progressions down. See if you can beat your time from the last time, or try to finish if you didn't finish. So compared to last time, that's always what you want to be doing and seeing kind of where you were at. And if you can beat your last score, that's a good sign that things are moving in the right direction. It's just a snapshot and it's a data point to see how these things are moving forward. And this is very specific to upper body strength and stamina. So we've been doing a lot of that on the Fridays, and I know some of you guys have been sneaking in some extra work there on the side to build that up. So it'd be a great time to see where this is at. Saturday, 3 rounds for time, 400-meter run, 2 minutes active. So 400-meter run, nice and hard, 2-minute active recovery, bike or row, 30 wall balls, and then 2-minute active recovery, then 20/15 cal bike, and then 2-minute active recovery. And the idea is to look back at the July 11th attempt at this workout. We want to see if we can beat that time. So the active recovery on its own is going to be less, but we want to still be able to see if we can maximize that intensity on each one. So the idea with this one, I've been just minimizing the rest over time. And so then you can really push the pace on each of these, or you're still pushing the pace on them, but you have less of a recovery compared to the last time that you're doing it. So if you're running your 400 meters at a 140 pace, and then the first time last week we were doing it for 3 minutes recovery, now it's like, okay, can you do the same time, but now you're going to get less recovery. So that's kind of the challenge this week. We're working on just shortening recovery and seeing if we can just kind of keep that recovery to a minimum and building more capacity there for ourselves. So after Saturdays, take it easy on Sunday. We got our mobility skill work, upper body specifically, working on our hands, working on our elbow and shoulder blade, trying to get everything moving nice and smoothly. And the idea is proprioception and quality movements today. So take it easy, but I want it to be easy in the sense that we're not putting a ton of load, but we are focusing on quality movement, taking our time through each of those positions and really mastering the motor control of these, because these are going to translate into the bigger movements overall, like push-ups, like barbell work, whatever it is. Any movement that you do composes and starts with these movements in the first place. And if you don't have really good control there, this might be where you're seeing more of your problems echo outwards in bigger movements. When I say bigger movements, more of the kind of like the compound movements or sport movements where you're throwing, catching, whatever it is, kicking, whatever that can be. They start with the basic joint mobility drills and the control of them in the first place. So that's kind of how you can kind of wrap your mind around it. And then our workout, low intensity, getting a little bit of sweat out. 4 rounds, 2-minute row, 2-minute biker, 2-minute skier, 2-minute assault bike, rotating through those at a nice 65% pace. So that's this week. Stay tuned. We will be going into the next cycle for going in August. That will be a nice, fun little cycle. I got some cool things, get the community involved with that. And yeah, stay tuned for notes. But other than that, enjoy the week, and we'll see you guys at the gym. Have a good one.